Hey there, so here we have our project that I already did. We're going to recreate this project. So to start, open up Photoshop and go up to File, New. And then what you're going to do is create the size, and it's going to be 1920 pixels wide by 1080 pixels tall. The resolution 72 is perfect, up to 300 is fine. It's not going to make too much of a difference for web, so 72 is fine. We can rename this Strawberry Thumbnail. And again, you could download the project file to follow along in the resources from the first lesson. Okay, so click OK, and that's going to open up our image. So 1920 by 1080, that's the standard size for HD. In the future, this might increase. So at the time, this is what YouTube is suggesting us to create the thumbnail size as. And so you want to make sure that it looks great on all devices. And in the future, when everything is 4K or 8K resolution, it might increase the size of the thumbnail. But for now, 1920 by 1080. So we want to place our image first. So let's go back to our image of our strawberries. And basically what you can do with Pixabay is you can click on these images when you find one, say free download, make sure that you choose the size that is the right one that you want. And I'm going to just do the original to get the best, biggest quality that they have. And then just click view. You could save it to your desktop if you want, but an even easier way to just drop it into a Photoshop file is to literally do that. Drop it in. Just click it and drop it into Photoshop. So now I can move it around and I can resize it. I'm going to zoom out by pressing Z on my keyboard to pull up the magnification tool, and then Option to zoom out so that I can then see the entire boundary box of this image. I'm going to go back to my Move tool. And then I'm going to click the edge or the corner of this image. And while holding Shift down, I'm going to resize it. So that, and then just move it into the place that I think I'm going to want it. I might move it a little bit later. When I'm done, I'm just going to press Return on my keyboard, Z to bring up the zoom tool, and then Enter, and then click plus plus again, or just click twice to zoom in. Then get back my Move tool. So that's how you add your photo and move it around. Now what we're going to do is add this text. So how to pick fresh strawberries. So I'm going to take my text tool and I'm just going to click, and then I'm going to start typing. And I'm going to use caps lock to make sure it's all capitalized. How to pick fresh strawberries. Let me just make sure that's the right line. So I had how to pick fresh on the top and strawberries on the bottom. So now what I can do is resize this by either selecting that text and going to my character panel. If you don't see the character panel, go up to Window, Character, and we can click and drag the size of the font right here, or choose one from the drop-down menu, or type in a custom size if you have a specific size that you know you want. For me, I want the strawberries to be text to be a little bit bigger than the how to pick fresh. So what I can do is actually just take my text tool again, hover, click and drag over how to pick fresh, and then just with that text selected, I will drop down the text size to the width of strawberries text. I like aligning things. It just, I don't know, I think it looks better. So aligning how to pick fresh with the one word strawberries, I think looks good. So the one thing that I don't like about this is the spacing between how to pick fresh strawberries. So to change that, we can set the leading of the text. So we can drop this down to something that works better. So just click and drag until it looks good for you. So we have a leading of about 130 points, and that looks pretty good to me. So this is good. We're getting there. In the next video, we're going to make sure that this text stands out by adding shapes behind it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.